Trina is being recorded and she'll be introduced by Laura Williams.
Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce Trina Swerdlow, author and certified clinical hypnotherapist specializing in stress management. In private practice for 15 years, Trina is proud of her many referrals from doctors for clients looking to overcome anxiety, panic attacks, and full-on phobias. She also helps people through tough transitions in life, such as losing a job or a loved one. Taking care of herself includes Zumba, creating art, and her two little fur babies, Ruth and Iris, and I hope you get to see a picture of them. Trina is passionate about her work, and as a trauma survivor herself, feels called to share new as well as long-established tools for working through painful issues. Now, I can tell you, I've been married over 30 years, and sometimes you get in a rut with your communication with your partner. Yeah, it happened to Jerry and I. And I want to thank Trina for really helping us understand each other better and, yes, communicate better. She does that too. Everyone, it's my pleasure to introduce Trina Swerdlow.
Thank you so much, Laura. So good morning, everybody. I have a picture here of my Arizona roots, and here I am with my sister in Sedona. You can tell it's pre-COVID because we aren't wearing masks and we're standing very close together. All right, here's one of the two fur babies. And guinea pigs, I don't know if you know this, are often called fuzzy potatoes. And I think this photo says it all. This is Iris enjoying a desert landscape as well. And as many of you know, my early roots have inspired some of my teaching tools. For example, I created this cactus diagram for my book, Stress Reduction Journal, Meditate and Journal Your Way to Better Health. And this illustration clarifies that being aware of our emotions helps us manage the complex feelings inside. Oh my goodness, complexity is an understatement, isn't it? Look at these feelings. And so what I help people do is understand their feelings so they don't act them out and hurt others, leaving prickly little barbs in people, or suppressing them, turning the feelings inward and hurting themselves. Sometimes people can end up with stress-related diseases and disorders, and even depression is often called anger turned inward. So we just don't want to turn them inward or leave prickles in other people. And with the demands of today's world, it's easy to get stressed out when we're wearing too many hats. Holy guacamole, this guy says. And many of my overwhelmed new clients say they give and do for others and they wonder, when the heck is it my turn? Don't my needs matter? And when any of us are overwhelmed with unaddressed resentments, we can eventually turn into that gnarly cactus. Oh my gosh, right? Yeah, we've all been there, done that. So this is why having leading edge stress management tools is so important. Now I'm going to share some examples of a few of the women and men I have worked with. And of course, the details are changed to protect privacy. Each of these success stories included nourishing their soil by reminding each person of their existing strengths and then building from there. For example, in my Walnut Creek office, Tom overcame his fear of public speaking by addressing being severely bullied as a child. He thought, well, that happened a long time ago. It really shouldn't impact me now. And it's like, well, it is. So let's take care of that. And after using the tools I offered, he processed his buried feelings and he accessed his confident voice. In the months that followed, Tom's self-esteem blossomed and his income increased dramatically. In fact, in the international company he worked for, he was being referred to as Yoda. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Jessica overcame her fear of driving over bridges after only 4 sessions. She had avoided bridges for 8 years. She'd driven 3 extra hours every day, getting to her job in San Francisco. You can imagine Jessica was thrilled to conquer this fear and get that time back. Carol addressed traumas in her childhood that were keeping her stuck in overgiving and people pleasing. Carol learned how to say no and set healthy boundaries. Then she began opening to receiving. Carol's grateful for the reciprocal relationship she's cultivating today. And then all 5 recent clients who sought my help in overcoming their fear of needles and blood have all had their vaccinations, 2 each, and no one fainted or felt traumatized in the experience. These are proud graduates from this phobia. And this is why I love my work. I get to help people transform anxiety into courage, regret into acceptance, passivity into action, so they can live their purpose. Who do you know that could benefit from cultivating more inner peace? This person would be a great referral for me. In addition to private sessions, my new products are mindful inspirations. Each one reminds us to balance by belly breathing, centering, feeling our hearts, and grounding ourselves. I'm taking a breath, are you? Okay, here's a large floor pillow with my artwork on it. Here is a soft, smaller pillow that little Ruth Bader is enjoying a mindful moment, and maybe she's wanting to connect to Michael Shatner after that presentation. And here's an apron so that mindfulness can also be in the kitchen, whether it's what we eat or what we're cooking. And this is one of my favorite new products. This is an acrylic art cube. It can sit on the desk or a shelf. I'm so thrilled with this piece. And the good news is that mindfulness is a great stress busting tool that brings us home to our hearts. Here's a mug, same mug front and back. And finally, I'd like to thank this amazing group for all of your referrals and collaborations. Here is a sold out women's empowerment event at the sanctuary that Kristen Coase and I did together. It was such a beautiful time. And I'll end here with an African proverb that fits for our very dedicated group. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Please reach out for a one-to-one. I'd love to have a cup of coffee or tea with you. Thank you.